What does financial freedom mean to you? Does it mean having a say in how you spend your hard-earned money? Or perhaps the ability to save for a rainy day? Financial freedom, as we understand it, is the ability to make decisions about your money without external constraints. It's about being able to invest, spend, and save according to your personal goals and values. Yet it's critical to note that this concept is not just about individual prosperity. It's also about the collective health of our societies. When individuals have financial freedom, they can contribute to economic growth, foster innovation, and ultimately shape a prosperous society. However, this freedom is under threat. Governments are now poised to infringe upon these liberties under the guise of new financial innovations. Imagine the scenario where your every transaction is monitored, controlled, and even restricted by the authorities. Consider the implications. Your ability to support causes you believe in, invest in ventures you deem worthy, or simply buy a comforting cup of coffee on a cold morning could be curtailed. Imagine a world where your government decides how, when, and where you can spend your money. That's a chilling thought, isn't it? Remember the Canadian government's actions against protesters in 2022? It's a stark example of how governmental power can be exercised in frightening ways. 2 years ago, a series of protests rocked Canada. These events, known as the Freedom Convoy, were aimed against the government's COVID-19 mandates. However, the response from the government wasn't what one might expect in a democratic society. In a move that sent shockwaves around the globe, Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau declared a national emergency and unleashed a crackdown on the protesters. One of the most alarming actions taken was the freezing of the protesters' bank accounts. Imagine waking up one day to find your bank account frozen, your hard-earned money inaccessible. That's what happened to the truckers involved in the protests. With a single decision, the government had effectively cut off their financial lifeline, leaving them stranded and helpless. The frozen bank accounts were more than just a punitive measure. They represented a severe restriction of these individuals' financial freedom. For many of us, the ability to access our own money and make decisions about how we spend it is a given. It's something we take for granted. But for the truckers, this basic right was suddenly stripped away. The ramifications of this action were far-reaching. Not only were the truckers left without the means to meet their immediate needs, but they were also prevented from earning a livelihood. The confiscation of their trucks added another layer of hardship, leaving them without the tools of their trade. This incident is a sobering reminder of how much power governments can wield when it comes to our financial lives. It's not just about being able to buy what we want when we want. It's about being able to provide for our families, to plan for the future, to simply survive. When the government can dictate your financial decisions, it's not just an infringement on your freedom, it's a threat to your very livelihood. Now let's talk about central bank digital currencies, or CBDCs. They're not just digital money, they're programmable money. CBDCs are a new type of currency being developed by governments worldwide. They're digital, but what sets them apart is their programmable nature. Unlike traditional money, CBDCs can be coded to control how, where, and when they're spent. Sounds futuristic, right? But let's delve into the potential downsides. Imagine a world where your money dictates what you can buy. A world where your CBDCs refuse to let you purchase that flight ticket because you've already hit your carbon footprint limit for the year. Suddenly, your money isn't just a means of exchange, but a tool for enforcing policy. Or consider this. What if your hard-earned savings could simply expire? CBDCs could be programmed to have a shelf life, meaning your savings could vanish into thin air as soon as they hit their expiry date. The concept of saving for a rainy day could become obsolete. Imagine a currency that could deny you groceries because you've exceeded your carbon limit, or evaporate your savings overnight. That's the potential danger of CBDCs. In summary, while CBDCs might seem like a step into the future, they could also be a step into a world where financial freedom is a thing of the past. This video has delved into the potential dangers of central bank digital currencies, illustrating how governments could use them to exert greater control over their populations. We discussed a real-world example of this, where the Canadian government froze the bank accounts of anti-government protesters, effectively restricting their livelihoods and coercing them into obedience. We also explored the darker implications of CBDCs, their programmable nature, which could limit what individuals can purchase, or even attach a carbon footprint to transactions, potentially preventing someone from buying groceries once a certain limit is reached. The alarming possibility of CBDCs having an expiry date could threaten the very concept of savings, another blow to financial freedom. As we navigate the future of finance, it's crucial to remember that our financial freedom should never be the price we pay for progress. Before we conclude, let's remember that knowledge is power. By understanding the potential risks and implications of CBDCs, we can make informed decisions and protect our financial freedom. If you found this information valuable, we urge you to take action. Don't just consume this content, share it. Engage in discussions, be part of the conversation. This is a matter that affects us all, and we need to spread awareness. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like it, subscribe to our channel, and share this message with your friends and family. Together, we can navigate the future of finance with vigilance and protect our rights. Thank you for watching, and remember, your financial freedom is worth fighting for.